As we detailed yesterday on the program, there were the 8 people from Tajikistan who came into the country. You know, a couple of them surrendered at the southern border. One other person applied with the app, got in, given notices to appear next year. Turns out, apparently, another branch of the federal government knew that they had ties to ISIS-K. And it wasn't until later they said, hey, ICE, go round them up. This is thanks to the Department of Justice's terrorism task force, a joint terrorism task force, which has access to all this stuff. And so now we've got new news this morning from the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General that says the way we've been letting people in is broken.
They said the CBP doesn't have complete access to federal data to fully vet our foreign nationals. So there might be a red flag on someone's name, but we don't have full data. The CBP doesn't have full data to see that red flag. They also found that Citizenship and Immigration Services are not conducting complete checks on asylum seekers that are already here in our country to ensure that they have no suspicious background information on their records. And they're also warning, ICE agents are warning that they will likely have more terror-related migrants.
So a clear-thinking Democrat called Robert Holden, New York City councilman, I know there is one, who came out and said, I'm really concerned that we're just keeping our heads in the sand while another attack is about to happen.
This teaches us a lesson. If we didn't learn a lesson from 9/11 in New York City, we'll never learn a lesson. It's frightening, and we're headed for another 9/11. I predicted that. I think we should have a secure border. We should know who's coming into our country. We don't. And millions of migrants and illegal aliens have gotten through. So it's a situation that we're just, you know, really rolling the dice here.
So if you listen to the Democrats, they say, listen, all the people that are coming across, the majority of the people that are coming across the border don't have terrorist ties. They're not criminals. But the problem is, when they screen the people coming across, they do this soft pull, according to the report at least. They do the soft pull, but once they do the app, then days later or 180 days later when they're going through the asylum process, it's when they do the full background. And then they discover at that point if people have terrorist crimes, if they have data from other foreign countries that say that they are criminal. They are vetting people after they're in the United States. I don't understand how that's helping the United States security.
Vet them before they
come into the country.
But I think all of us were under the impression that when these people surrendered to Border Patrol down at our southern border, you know, they put names in, they put numbers in, and they are vetting them to the best knowledge of the federal government. This document that you're holding right there lays bare the fact that the federal government is keeping certain information away from the Border Patrol agents.
Why would they do that?
So, good question.
Why are they protecting people that potentially want to bomb us?
We have Ted Cruz coming up.
Well, not just that, Steve. The report also lays out it doesn't even do biometrics. It doesn't have the capability to do it. This is just logging them in. You're not taking fingerprints. You're not doing any of that.
Right.
I mean, that makes
they were
no sense.
swabbing under Trump. Massachusetts, their state shelter system is overrun. They're starting to evict migrants, which means go create havoc. Also, Bill Malugin reports that there have been multiple arrests in a 2-week span in Houston. ICE deportations on a Honduran man wanted in Mexico for multiple murder. A Honduran man wanted in Charlotte, North Carolina for homicide. 3 Mexicans found in this country wanted for murder in Mexico. But we let them in, and then we catch up to them once they get in.
So we got migrants, illegal migrants coming to the country. We got 8 of them that we have decided that are terrorists. You got Russia with the games that they're doing 30 miles away from Florida. You got the president stumbling on the national stage right now. People flipping off cops that are illegals, stealing women's purses on mopeds around the city. And then you got the people that are anti-Semitic that are having Hezbollah flags, Hamas flags, and they say they stand with the Houthis. So everything is going well for us here in America on the world stage.
So this November could become another turning point where who do you want running the show? Is it a security issue for you? Is it about the economy? I think it's both.
It's both.
It had been economy and inflation by a runaway margin, but all the stuff you just detailed, it's scary.
It is scary.
I hope we can make it to the election without an attack. I mean, who's in our country?
Don't know.
Such a good point.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.